Hello yarn tubers, welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet, and this video, which is going to be the companion video for the Noah scarf that is accompanying a Bible study. You will be working your sections of crochet after reading a certain chapter in your favorite Bible, and then working on a visualization, a thought prompt, and then a memory verse. So stay tuned, and if you haven't downloaded the pattern, it will be available on Ravelry, and that link will be in the description box. Okay, I'm ready to get started. I've got my H-hook, my scissors, and my white yarn is on the Wool Genie. Push it back. Wool Genies work best if they are at the same level of your work, or maybe even a little bit higher, so you can come down into your lap. I am going to do a chainless foundation of 39 stitches with you. Okay, I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop of the third loop of that first chain, and pull through 1 and pull through 2. That one that is creating the chain for the next stitch. So keep track of that. Let's see if it's better if I zoom in here. So keep track of that. I am very careful to keep my tension very loose. We still want it even, but we want it very loose so that we can get under that chain. There's number 2. And a lot of times this loop over here tries to jump up over your hook, and that happens with tighter tension. So through 1 and through 2. And you're actually working across the bottom of the stitches. Normally you're working across the top of the stitches. Here are the tops of those single crochets. Let's do another couple of them together. Very relaxed hands. We don't want sloppy stitches, but we want a loose tension for this chainless foundation row. Pull through 1, pull through 2. Let's do one more together. Pull through 1, pull through 2. And I usually put a stitch marker in the very first single crochet because it can get lost. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 of them done. I will meet you after I get 39 done. I forgot to talk about the counting out loud. This, it may seem silly, but it is part of the whole process to help us with our concentration, and it starts here at the foundation row. So, and 1 and 2 3. Count every 3 stitches out loud, just like this. 1, 2, 3. This is supposed to help our cognitive functions. I have trouble staying on task no matter what I'm doing throughout the day. I have trouble concentrating on certain things. And a lot of these symptoms imply that there is a blue screen toxicity going on, that there are things in our lives these days that are causing our concentration. It causes kids. I saw a kid yesterday going absolutely crazy for no reason. And I didn't ask his dad, you know, does he spend a lot of time on the internet? But man, it was the first time I really witnessed that kind of hyperactivity. And nobody, when I was growing up, was hyperactive like that. Nobody. We weren't, you know, staring at our screens all day. So that is why the whole concentration and memory part of this process is very important. So again, 1, 2, 3. And I'll do that until I have 39 stitches. Okay, I have finished my foundation row of 39 single crochet. I've cut my yarn, counted my stitches, and I'm going to finish off. Please do not weave in your ends until you are directed to. Okay, there's my last stitch right there. I'm turning my work. I'm going to join my blue because I'm on chapter 1 now. And on this first stitch, I am going to single crochet over that tail. But then I'm going to drop it and leave it. Okay, so that's 1 single crochet. Chapter 1 is the week of creation. We read Genesis chapter 1. Then stop and get a visualization in my head. There was nothing but water. Then God spoke everything into existence, including man and woman, in God's image. Our image means the Godhead. And he did it all in 6 days. God was pleased and he loved his creation. And the quote is, it was very good. Imagine that feeling. Think of something you've created that you've been extremely pleased with, and keep that feeling with you as you count your stitches. We're going to work the 4-row repeat, counting our stitches in 3s out loud. And because we're on chapter 1, we're doing blue. So there's 1, 2, 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 treble crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 treble crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3 single crochet. Turn your work, chain 1, actually, yes, chain 1, and I'm going to put a, this is my standing treble. I'm going to put a single crochet right there. Then you see these 2 verticals right here? I'm going to go behind that left one, just behind the left one, and do another single. And I'm going to do it one more time because this is our standing treble. So there's 1. Oh, I made a mistake. What was the mistake? You do this in the back loop only on this second. There's 1, 2 standing singles, and 3 standing singles. That's my standing treble, and it's done in the back loop only. This whole row is done in the back loop only. So there was 1, 2, 3 treble crochet, 1, 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 treble crochet, 1, 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3 half double crochet, 1, 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 treble crochet, and finish off, and I'll be right back with the white yarn. Now I'm going to turn and start here with the white. Okay, joining my white, and the first single crochet is going to go over that tail, and then I'm going to drop it, and that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I want you to keep doing that until you have 2 rows of single crochet, counting in threes, visualizing being pleased with something you've created. Okay, I've come to the end of the 4-row repeat for chapter 1, and I'm going to finish off, and I'm going to turn it and put a stitch marker at this end. I mean, basically you can know that you begin each round where the tails are, but just in case, it's never a bad idea to use stitch markers. So this is the end of chapter 1. And you use this same technique reading through the chapters, and you're going to go all the way through chapter 9 for this part 1, repeating this same process. Try to visualize as you count out loud. This is important for helping us improve our focus and concentration by the time we are at the end of this project. So, admire your work. See the wave going. It's a long wave. I like this ridge. Now, if you get interrupted, you know, children, other people in your life, a phone call, whatever, and you have to set this down, put a stitch marker in your last stitch. Go ahead and put it down, but when you come back, start all over. I mean, don't start all over with a pattern, but read your chapter, do your visualization, and then pick up where you left off, counting your stitches out loud. Not only will this help you improve your focus and concentration and memory, but it will help you to know this first part of the Bible. Here is the scarf after part 1 is done, and I've gone through all 9 chapters. So this is chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finished off with the 2 single crochet rows of white. I put the stitch marker in there to make sure I didn't lose track of where I'm going to start. Now I'm starting part 2. Part 2 is our memory phrases, and I am going to demonstrate how that works here with the first part, the first chapter of part 2. So we're back in chapter 1, and I just wrote this down, void, earth, life, so that when I get distracted, which I will do, I can glance up to see where I'm at. I've got my wool genie ready with my blue, and we are going to start out with the, here we go, with the 2-row repeat. I'm going to put you guys back down like this. Get my elbows comfortable on the nursing pillow that I use. And I'm going to start with 3 single crochet. And the first one, the first single crochet, I'll go over my tail and then I'll drop it. So there's void, earth, life. Now I go on to the half double crochet because the earth was void. Everything there, the earth was void and formless. Then he created the earth and the sea and the light and everything, and then he created life. So here's how I do this. I've prayed and read the chapter. I'm in my place, and I've got my 3 memory phrases, void, earth, and life. Okay, here we go. Void, earth, and life. Now double crochet. Void, earth, and life. Make sure I've got you all in here. Now, trebles. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, and life. Turn my work to do the second wave row, which is done in the back loops only. I'm going to chain one, I'm going to do a single crochet, and then I'm going to go into, see how there's two verticals there? I'm going to go behind the left one, do another single crochet, then I'm going to do it one more time, and that's my standing treble. So there's void. Oh, and I did it wrong. I go into the back loop only, single crochet, then I do my standing treble. I did this last time, didn't I? I made that same mistake. So there is void. Earth, and life. Void, earth, then life. Void, earth, and life. Void, earth, life. Void. I gotta check. 3 double, 3 half double, 3 single, void, earth, life in the half double, void, earth, life. Void, earth, life, void, earth, life, void, earth, and life. Void, earth, life, void, earth, life, void, earth, and life. And I'll meet you at the end when I start my 2 rows of single crochet. Okay, I finished my second long wave row, turned to my work, and I've switched to the white from the blue to do my 2 rows of single crochet in white while doing the same thing. And the first one is always over the tail, and then I drop it because I want these ends. We're waiting to weave in our ends until we're directed to. Here we go. Void, earth, life, void, earth, life, void, earth, life, void, earth, life. Off camera, I'm going to finish this row and I'll meet you back at the end. And I have finished part 1. I'm sorry, I finished all of part 1 and I've finished chapter 1 and part 2. I am going to continue to work using the memory phrases, chapters 2 through 9, and I will meet you back here and I'll do a demonstration on how to do chapter 1 again in part 3. Okay, moving on to part 3. I have prayed, I have read the chapter, and now it's time to consider the prompt. I even wrote it down. God knew the future and had a plan for everything before creation. This is chapter 1 of part 3. So, I've got my wool genie here set up, and I'm thinking, this part 3 is about concentration. Being able to concentrate while doing this and thinking about the thought prompt as we crochet. I know that I'm going to have trouble because I suffer, blue light toxicity, screen addiction, all those things that we deal with in the 21st century. Okay, so God knew it all before he created everything. What am I doing? Let's see, I've already gotten distracted. That's supposed to be a single crochet and I'm supposed to do 3 of them. And you can see some of you may be struggling with this, thinking about the fact that he already knew. And keeping track of where I'm at in the pattern. I have to do, what did I just do? Was that a half? See what I mean? It's a half double crochet, 3 of them. Well, I'm thinking about the fact that he already knew everything that was going to happen. He knew that we were going to be reading his word. He knew that we were going to go through this cycle of failure and redemption. So there was a plan for that all along. And that amazes me. And it makes me trust that he has preserved his word. In most of our modern versions, I have faith. There are some versions that no, I would never use, either to, share the word with someone else or for my own Bible study. But what do we have for our modern translations? How do we know that they are as correct as they claim to be? It is because we have so many copies of the manuscripts, and especially since the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls, to compare what we've been reading all these centuries with what was found in those caves. These, for those of you who don't know, back in the, I think, 40s, many manuscripts of scripture written on, the old, whatever they used for paper back then, were found in this cave. And they're some of the oldest manuscripts we have. So one of the greatest ways to study the Bible is to to study it in, several, like you can go to Blue Letter Bible and you can, look at a chapter in all the different versions. I hope I haven't messed this up. So I trust that God has preserved his word. I trust that God had a plan for my failure before he created everything. And I trust that God did that in 6 days. I have no idea if this is right. He already knew. He already knew what I was going to do. He already knew what Israel was going to do. Oh my goodness, it came out right. He already had a plan in place. There was already a Savior, a Redeemer, part of the Godhead. Do you see how much trouble I had? Keeping my mind on the fact that God knew before creation, while trying to maintain my set of 3 stitches. He already knew. And hopefully this is an exercise that will help us not only have, a better understanding of the first part of the Bible and how it relates to what most of us have already studied in the New Testament, but it's also an exercise in helping us get our minds back to a healthy state. I don't believe it's going to be a cure-all for anything, but I believe these are excellent mental exercises to use while we're crocheting to help us repair some of the damage that the 21st century has done to us. So I will meet you at the end of this row and we'll move on to the white while still considering the thought prompt, the fact that God knew the future and had a plan for everything before creation. Be right back. Okay, I just finished the last 3 stitches, the last stitch of the stitches in the long wave row, and remember that the second row of this long wave goes into the back loop only, so we get a little interest and a little texture there. I have, and it's a concentration issue. I don't know how many times I've started this second row and have forgotten to do it in the back loops only. It's again, my symptoms of living in the 21st century. These are things that, many people deal with. Okay, so starting the first of my single crochet rows, again, I'm thinking about the fact that God knew the future and had a plan for everything before creation. I mean, he's omnipotent, right? He's there. He knows what's going to happen. All three of the Godhead, they know what's going to happen. And there's a plan. And I'm going to think about that while I'm doing my 2 rows of single crochet in white. And I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I just did my last one. I'm going to cut and finish off. Now, that is chapter 1 in part 3. I am going to, shut off the video, get the Bible out, pray, read chapter 2, probably write down the thought prompt so that it's in front of me, and I'm going to work chapter 2. And I'm going to follow that process clear through chapter 9 for the 3rd time. What I want to do is just work the pattern while watching, the latest show, Undercover. I'm watching Undercover Billionaire, and I'm loving it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to devote. This is a devotional. This is not only a mental exercise, but it is a devotional. And it keeps our minds, honestly, where God wants our minds to be, which is in the Word. So I'm going to complete part 3, and I'll meet you back here. Okay. After reading chapter 11 about men trying to raise themselves to the level of God, that glory is reserved for God. Okay, so you'll notice there are 2 rows of single crochet on this end, but there's only one at the beginning, our foundation row. There's a reason for that, because we're only going to go around once. So I've already got 1 single crochet in this spot, and I'm going to put 2 more to make my corner. Let's make it a single crochet. How about that? This is the easiest border, you guys. So I put 2 in the corner, and around, I've done this several times, so everything is really kind of gapped out, but around the treble, I want you to put 6 single crochet. 1, we're going to crowd them in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, before we get to the next treble, I want you to put in, because we've got such a fan going here, 3 single crochet. And I'm going to put 1 around the color, 1 at the top of the white, and 1 at the base of the white. So 3 in between. And then 6 around the color of the treble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3. 1 around the base of the color and 2 in the white. 1, 2, 3. And then, and you can even put, if you want to, depending on how your spacing and gauge is, you can put one right here at the very top of the treble and the bottom of the single if you want for that 3rd one. But around the post of the treble, let's put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 in the blue and 2 in the white. I can put 1 here, and like I was saying before, you can put 1 here or you can put 1 right here where there's an opening. See, there's some purple there, and here's the white. You could put one right in here. As long as there's 3 single crochet in between the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put 1 in the color, and I'm going to put, I like 2 in the white like this. 1, 2, and then I get around the post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to do that down to the bottom of this side, and I'll meet you there. So I just did 6 around this last post, and what I have is that I'm going to put 1 right here in the blue, and then at the bottom of the blue right here around this white, I'm going to put 3. And I'm going to be turning my work for this last one, because it's just a good habit to get into, making sure that the piece is facing the way you want to go. So 3rd one, and then 1 in the bottom of these stitches all the way across. So easy enough to do, just 1 all the way across. And what this does is this will make the bottom of the piece 2 rows of single crochet, just like at the top of the piece. So it'll match. And I'll meet you down at the corner. I'm right here at the end, and I'm going to put 3 single crochet right there. 1, 2, 3. That's our corner. I'm going to put 1 right here, and then 6 around the post, and 3 in between. 6 around the post, 3 in between, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this time, coming back up this side, I'm going to put 2 in the white and 1 in the color, and then go around the post. So 1, 2, 3, and then 6 around the post. 2, 3, 4, drop stitch, 5, 6, 2 in the white, 1 in the purple, 6 around the post, 3 in between, 6 around the post, 3 in between. I'm going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put 2 in the white. 1, 2, and 1 at the top of the blue. You see, here's the post, and then there's a spot right there at the top. That's 3. Then 6 around the post, and I'll meet you at the next corner. So I just finished the 6, and right here is where the first stitch is. I'm going to put 2 in there because there's already 1. So 1, 2. Now I slip stitch kind of over. slip stitch closed, and there's our corner that I'm going to finish off and weave in the ends. And I would ask you guys to just sit down after you're done at some point, you know, like right after you're done here, or maybe later on, go back and read chapters 1 through 11 again. That is considered the first section of the Bible. And look at those patterns that keep being repeated. Now, I want to tell you again, these, let me bring you out a little bit. These edges are meant to be, you know, packed in with stitches so that they're wavy. We like the waviness of the edges. So, you guys, that is it. That is the Noah scarf. I'll just weave that in and this thing will be done. And I'm so excited about this. This has been quite the labor of love, and it's taken me quite a bit of research to get it right, to get the memory verse part of it correct. Look, you see that waviness? That's all part of this. And see this, the ridges in the long wave? It's all meant to be that way. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed this. I know that I have. And I pray that you guys got some scripture knowledge out of this, that it really helped you with some memory of what chapters 1 through 9 are all about. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.